So Apple just announced 2 new products. Here's everything you need to know about them in 45 seconds. First, a new budget iPhone, the iPhone 17e, comes in these colors, has base storage of 256 gigs, starts at $600 US and $800 Canadian. The crazy thing here is this budget phone is getting the same A19 processor the base model iPhone 17 is getting, just with 1 gig less of RAM. They even gave it MagSafe this year, which the 16e last year didn't have. The price performance on this phone is absolutely insane and kind of puts the base model 17 in a weird position in the lineup. The only real difference now is it still doesn't have the dynamic island. It's also missing the 120Hz always on display, the camera slider control, and of course the triple cameras, but the single camera here is still really good. It's fusion camera, so you're kind of getting 2 lenses. And then we're getting a new iPad Air with 3 main upgrades with the prices staying the same, which is 800 US or 1030 Canadian for the base model 13-inch. First, we're getting a new M4 chip, which is about 50% more powerful than the already crazy powerful M3 on the previous model. But even crazier, they're giving us 50% more RAM on the base model. They're upping it from 8GB to 12GB. Bump like this without charging way extra almost never happens, and it's also double as effective because Apple uses unified memory, so that RAM applies to both your video performance and your processor performance. Lastly, it's getting the new N1 networking chip, and the CX1 modem basically gives it much better wireless connectivity. Even the previous iPad Air was already overkill, but this is insane for the same price. If you've been looking for an excuse to buy one of these, this is your sign. I hope that helps. Let me know if you guys have any questions on these things, because I hope to get my hands on them soon, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Quick video for the smart home nerds. If you're not a smart home nerd, you can skip this one. Is it worth upgrading from the Aqara U100 to the U400? Quick recap, the Aqara U100 is the lock that I used to recommend. It pretty much has every single feature you can want from a smart lock. Fully Matter compatible. It has a pin pad, it has a fingerprint scanner, it has a manual key override, it supports Apple Home Key, NFC unlocking. This thing was my go-to recommendation for the last 4-ish years. But last month, the Aqara U400 released. On paper, this is almost the exact same lock with 2 major differences. 1, a rechargeable battery, this thing used AA's, and 2, ultra-wideband unlocking, which is a new tech in the Apple ecosystem that allows your block to automatically unlock when you approach it. The lock can detect direction from what direction you're approaching, so it's not unlocking when you come out from the inside like Bluetooth auto unlocking does, and it's a lot more secure and reliable than GPS auto unlocking. Now, I've been using this thing for about a month and a half, and my overall thoughts are, if you really are a heavy smart home user, I think this is night and day worth it. The rechargeable battery is a really nice pitfall to have. It does come with 2, so being able to swap those out without having to worry about it is huge. There's also a backup USB-C charger on the exterior of the lock, so if you're ever locked out of your house and you don't carry keys like I do, you have that little bit of extra security that you can recharge your lock from the exterior. And the ultra-wideband locking is like better than anything I've ever experienced for auto unlocking automations. It's super reliable. I've only had 1 or 2 times where it fails, where I was like rushing up to the door and it was a little bit delayed in unlocking, but it works so comically well that I don't think I can go back to other auto unlocking automations like Bluetooth or GPS based. And I also do take a little bit of piece that the auto unlocking is happening entirely local. Ultra wideband communicates directly from your phone to the lock. It's not your phone pinging out to an external GPS server and triggering an auto unlock. I'm not super worried about that because of the way I have my smart home set up, but knowing that it's an entirely local communication protocol does give me a little bit of comfort. It's also much easier to share to other people. So I could share the ultra wideband auto unlocking to my girlfriend, for example. She has an iPhone with Apple Home and it's totally seamless. You can do that with any of your friends and family. That said, I think I will only be using this on my main door, my main front door, for like my garage door and my side door and my back door. I think I'm going to stick with the U100 because I don't necessarily need that ultra wideband auto unlocking for those areas. I really only like just to make sure the locks are locked when I go to bed, and I'm not locking and auto unlocking it all the time like I am my front door. So for your primary lock, I'd say the U400 is very, very super worth it, but the U100 still stands very strong, and the only real difference is the ultra-wideband auto unlocking and the rechargeable battery. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.